So we're at the 6 month mark of rebuilding the Jeep the second time, and how this whole thing got started the first time. We rebuilt it back in 87, 88 the first time. And how I got into the Jeep to begin with was my dad was in the peak putters before I was born, and he had like a CJ3A that he built up and put like, I think it was a 283 or 327 in it or something like that. Can't remember. That's back in the other video about the peak putters and drag racing video. But so I'd grown up helping my dad with his Jeep and stuff like that, repainting it and sanding it and stuff like that back in the 70s and early 80s, and going to all the peak putter stuff, going up in the mountains, getting Christmas trees in the winter time, and then you got all your summertime events of drag racing, obstacle course, and stuff like that. So that was always the best time of the year. You got summertime, out of school, you're going camping, fireplace. I mean, you guys all know this. It's not, it's the best time of the year. But, getting to watch your dad, drag race and then get to do obstacle course when you're big enough to sit in his lap and, turn the steering wheel while he was running the throttle. So just having a great time out there with the whole family and barbecues and hot dogs and, everything like that. And then in the wintertime, you're always going up in the mountains doing runs. We'd do like a stag run with the guys and camp out in the Jeep and go up and get a fire. And we would always get Kentucky Fried Chicken. My dad would get like a big old tub of just Kentucky Fried Chicken. And that's what we would eat for the whole trip. Just, I don't know if we get like one or two of them, but we'd be up there for a couple of days, like, 2 days on a weekend, and just sleeping in the Jeep, which was, at this point in time, I think it was, he had the CJ5, the white one. And so naturally when I turned 16, you guys all know, you guys want a Jeep, I want a Jeep. So that was the only choice, was to get a Jeep. So, and both, of course, mom and dad said no, anything but a Jeep. But when you grow up in a Jeep club, the peak putters, and your dad drives a Jeep, you want to be just like him. So like he was, like in football, he was 24. And of course, when I played football, I was 24. And he has a Jeep, me growing up my whole life. And so of course, I'm going to want a Jeep, only makes sense. So of course, they finally broke down, got me this, it was like a red Jeep, like a faded red, but it had Budweiser like visors on it and like a Budweiser center console. So I don't know what it was about the Budweiser. I don't know if someone bought it and because it was a CJ6, so someone shortened it, and then it was, I don't know if it was for like a distributor or something, but it was, I think, a Budweiser Jeep or whatever. So, and I don't know who that was with, but when I got it, it was like a faded red. And so my dad and I worked on it in like 87, 88, and got pictures of it here. So me, him, and my friends would come over and help me. My good buddy Tyler, who passed away, and he's the one that set up the passenger seat for the perfect beer drinking position when he wanted to ride in it. He wanted the perfect spot for chugging back a beer, since we had racing seats in it that you could only put them in one position permanently. So he got it to where he wanted it and went from there. But unfortunately, he passed away in July of 93. So we got painted it black, put some Rancho 2.5-inch springs on, Rancho shocks, and then put some Wild Country 33s with some mags that are on there right now, actually. And me and Tyler put the radio console from one of his combines from the farm on there and hooked up a stereo, and then finished up the cage and did some other work to it on the roll cage. And so it's pretty much been like that since then. I took it to Perry, took it to Yakima in college, and then brought it over to Seattle and had it over here till like 2013. And I was in an apartment, so I didn't have any room to work on it, and it was broken down at the time. It wouldn't start or whatever, so I just had Dad come over and send it over to Spokane because I had like a service vehicle, then a car to drive around Seattle in. I just got it back this fall, I think in October. What's been 6 months, 6 months ago. So I got the Jeep back, and so the gas tank had a leak in it. So I'm like, oh, I'll just pull out the gas tank, and then I realized I had to take the body off to get the gas tank out, and that's because of how we put the gas tank in when the top was off, the body was off, and then we made brackets and welded them onto the gas tank, and then bolted it up to the Jeep. So, and those were above the frame, and so you had to take it up out of the frame, which meant the body had to come off. So that's how we got started on where it's at right now, was down to the frame. So unfortunately, that's how the whole rebuild the second time got started again. And the Jeep has had some fantastic memories, like in Yakima. My other good buddy Shane, rest in peace, did some great times in school and camping and Lake Chelan, and we had some great times. And also, it was my wife's first date, was going up, taking her up 4x in my Jeep. I thought that was a good idea for a first date, was taking her up in the foothills and going up the mountains over by Rainier and doing some 4x up there. So when I was over in Spokane, I was asking my dad what the VIN was so I could figure out like what the base color used to be when it came stock. And so he sent me the VIN, and this was the code on there doesn't say what it is. It's like a special code for a custom paint, which could be anything. Could be a base paint of gray or what have you. So it doesn't actually say what the paint was from the factory. And but it said it was a CJ6, and the whole time that I've known about it, I thought it was a CJ5, and I didn't even know what a CJ6 was till 7 months ago. And so then I looked it up, and I'm like, oh, it's actually a 20-inch longer stretch behind the driver's seat of a CJ5. So I was telling my wife about it, and we're talking, and I'm like, well, we'd have a lot more room if we made it into a 6. And so she's like, and the frame's a 6 and the body is a 6, and they're both actually matching numbers, but someone just cut both the body and the frame and shortened it up and turned it into a 5. And so now, as you guys know, we've turned it back into a 6, and I got about $2,000 to go to save up for the body. So saving up for that while I'm redoing the frame and suspension, and that's where we're at right now. We got the suspension coming, so as soon as the suspension gets here, we get that on there, and then this fall get the top of the Jeep coming. Then hopefully this summer we can get the engine mocked up and transmission and transfer case put back in and test that out to see how that stuff works. But that's where we're at.